my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's Melanie Mishi. Today I thought I would share with you guys my updated winter skincare routine. If you're anything like me, you know when the weather has changed because your skin is already reacting to it. The transition from autumn to winter is so brutal to my skin every single year, and I have to really be intentional with the skincare that I use in order to keep my skin in check. I was not one of those people that were born like with blessed skin. I have always struggled with eczema since I was 1 year old. There was actually the story I was told where some aunties and uncles came to visit me in the UK when my grandma hadn't met me yet because she was still in Ghana, and they went back to her and told her that I looked like an alien. I have so many memories growing up just crying because of my skin, always feeling uncomfortable, having to bathe in like this really milky weird water and constantly slipping because it was so oily. So let's get a close-up of my skin. This is my skin, this is real skin, this is texture, this is bumps, this is hyperpigmentation. Obviously got these massive ones at the top here because I popped in my spots. Overall though, I feel like the texture of my skin is pretty good at the moment. And predominantly most of the skincare that I've been using is Korean skincare. I have fallen in love again. I was probably introduced to Korean skincare probably 12 years ago because one of my best friends from high school was Korean, and then I went to Korea when I was 17 and 18. So from a very young age, I could recognize the quality of their ingredients and just how gentle it was on the skin, how very hydration focused their routines are. So yeah, predominantly most of the products I will be showing you today will be K skincare. Before I start rambling, let's just go to the bathroom. Okay, so the first product we're going to be using is this foaming cleanser by Solwasu. And I'd say that I've never really had a preference when it comes to like foaming cleansers, water-based cleansers, but I tried this and after one use, I felt like I'd never used a facial cleanser before. First thing, top tip, make sure your hands are clean before you start any skincare, because what's the point of investing in all of these amazing products but your hands are dirty? And then you're putting that on your face now. Honey, we will know. It's not how we roll over here, okay? I never knew a cleanser could make my skin feel so good. You wanna do all of your skincare onto wet skin. Try your best not to use any kind of towels or tissue to pat your face dry. But if for whatever reason you are unable to, then you can always just go in with a hydrating mist. The next thing I want to use is this hydrating toner from Goodall. I have literally been using this twice a day, every day, since the day I bought it, and my skin feels thoroughly hydrated throughout the day. I love the ingredients, I love the formula, I love the consistency, and it just gives your skin this really deep plumpness. Honestly, I would recommend this to anybody with any skin type. I'm also gonna go in with a hyaluronic acid. This one is from Hado Labo. I've been using Hado Labo hyaluronic acids for 8+ years, and it's literally one of those products that I always go back to repurchase. If it finishes in my skincare routine and I start using something else, within 4 weeks, I have already repurchased it again. It has genuinely transformed my skin, and I can't envision a world without this in my cupboard. I feel like for the price point and the way that it makes your skin feel, even after a few uses, you really can't go wrong with it. This is not a sponsored video, but I freaking love this stuff. And if you've watched any of my previous skincare routines, you would have seen me mention this hyaluronic acid before. So my battery died, so we're using the phone. As I've gotten a little bit older now, I'm definitely starting to see the start of like fine lines around my eyes. I have very allergic eyes. I suffer from hay fever, so the skin around my eyes is always very dry and very irritated. So it's really important for me to keep my eye area moisturized and just calm at all times. And I find that this eye cream also gives me like a nice little brightening effect with the vitamin C in there too. So I love this stuff, and sometimes if I'm feeling extra dry, I'll just like put the excess on other areas of my face too. Then I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. The one I'm using today is the Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. Basically, this cream does what it says on the tin, especially if you're prone to irritated skin, and it's got quite a light finish. Like, it doesn't feel heavy on your skin, even though it leaves your skin feeling very plump. So would definitely recommend this if you haven't tried it before. Now, when it comes to hyperpigmentation, there's so many products on the market that will help tackle the excessive pigmentation that is caused from when you get breakouts and rashes. But if you are not using an SPF, there's literally no point using any of those products. SPF is definitely the fastest way to get rid of prolonged and unnecessary hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation is actually your body trying to defend itself. So naturally, when you have a spot or a rash, area of the skin around that is going to be more prone to damage from exposure from UVA and UVB light. So your body responds to this area where it's a bit more exposed, there's less melanin, and starts to overproduce melanin as a way of protecting the skin from these harmful rays. So in a biological way, it's actually good that your body makes excessive melanin in these areas, but obviously from a physical perspective it can be a little bit unsightly. So by using an SPF, it's almost like giving your skin an extra protective layer that's already protecting you from the UVA and the UVB rays, and so your body doesn't have to respond in the way that it usually does to protect your skin by making hyperpigmentation. Essentially counteract hyperpigmentation or excessive hyperpigmentation with an SPF. That is my own like analogy. That's kind of how I understand how SPFs work. And I just feel like with all skincare, having a better understanding of the exact mechanism of what the skincare does to your skin is always really useful. It's going to help you be consistent, because when you understand the science of what it's doing, you're more inclined to do it. My lips are getting a bit dry, so I'm going in with my trusty Laneige sleeping mask. I just really enjoy this stuff. Already looking like a glazed donut, but if I'm going outside in the wind and the rain, you're gonna trust that I'm gonna seal everything in with an oil. This is definitely a optional step, but for me, I just find that it does wonders for my skin. This one in particular has also got rose oil in it, so it's gonna be soothing and calming for my skin. And yeah, you don't need that much, like literally the tiniest drops. I've also got a little pimple coming up on the side of my head, so I'm just gonna pop a little pimple patch on, simply to stop me from touching it. Voila, that is my realistic daytime winter skincare routine. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to show me love on the channel, and I will see you